First thing I am going to do is just have a quick look at Sourcetree and a repository that I have here in Sourcetree. What we can see here, so we've got our tabs up the top, so we can have different repositories here. And what we have in the main window at the moment are our different branches. So you'll see under branches we've got develop, we've got feature, we've got master. So the way that Git works is that you can create new branches and you can work on that branch while other people are working on their own branches, and then you merge those together on the main branch. So for instance, if we come down here, you can see at this point I created a feature branch here. This is the sort of red pink one right there, and you can see I created a note that reads from the journal data here, and I've got some meaningful comments here, which is always really useful. So I created this branch, and I did what I needed to do without creating changes on this branch while I'm doing that. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 commits there. And then what I did is, once I'd completed that, I then merged into the development branch. Now, what that allows me to do is to avoid sort of conflicts while other people are working on their work. In teams, it's a good idea to create your own branch, your own feature branch. We'll look at how to do that later. Work on what you're working on and then merge it back into the development branch once you've finished that. Now, the challenge in Git is if you change things that other people change at the same time, you end up with conflicts when you come to this point. And then someone has to decide which asset is actually saved in the merge and which one is overwritten. So that's something, look, I would say that something's going to happen. You're going to experience that working in a team, and you're just going to have to work out how to decide what the correct one is. Or worst case scenario, say, look, we're going to keep, say, this piece of code, and we're going to get rid of the other one, and then what we're going to do is once we've merged this, we're going to recreate the changes in the main branch after that. That's the worst case scenario. We also have tags, so you can see I've actually created a tag there. That is oh, sorry, that's not a tag. That's a note. My bad. Tags are really useful. We've got tag up here. Oops. No, I don't want to change that. Tags are really useful when you say create a version. You might create a main, say the end of a sprint. You might have a tag at the end of each sprint, for instance, or if you've got your final draft, you create a tag saying, oh, this is version, I've got here version 0.1.1.0.0. And you sort of know where those versions are. Then you, with your exe, your actual executable, you record that version, that tag in your executable, so you know where your source code comes from there. So there's a whole lot of other stuff up here as well, which we're going to look at. So we've got commit, pull, push, fetch, branch, merge, stash, tag, etc. We've also got Git flow up here, which we can set up for our repositories. We can look at our remotes. We've got a terminal, we can look at Explorer, and we can go into some of the settings. So that's just to give you an idea of how Git works. Actually, before we finish up, just show you, let's go into file status. So this is the one that we often see normally. Now there's no updates here. We'll see this in an update later. But you'll see down the bottom, we still have our commit. There's nothing to commit, so don't really have anything there. To see the history, these are our branches, etc. we've just been looking at. That's pretty much all we need to look at. So we'll come back and actually look at creating a new repository in the next video.